I will mute us as well.
Mm.
Well, hello, Kat. How are you?
I am fantastic. How are you, Steve?
I'm good, thank you. Long time. It feels, a month feels like a really long time.
It does. It really does.
Oh, so I want to say hello to Haley and Johan. Thanks for joining. Um, and I think so. Kat and I were just discussing last month. I forgot to post the video, but we don't even remember what we discussed. So I think going forward, we're gonna take some notes. That way we can reflect going back,
Yeah.
and then see how everybody was able to resonate. Now, as you know, this is a monthly read for the General Collective. So take what you may and what will resonate with you. Make notes and come back next month to let us know how it actually played out for you. Um, Again, the little thing that I have to say at each time is we do tarot, Kat and myself, and of course, this is for arts and entertainment purposes only. If you are looking for a reading regarding medical, financial, and legal advice, well, there are experts in those fields, and we are not them. So, I think without further ado, we'll get started. Now, I think one thing I do want to say to everybody is March has been an absolute chaotic, um, energetic month. I think for a lot of people, I'm seeing a lot of like breakups. I'm seeing a lot of people not feeling well. And it's just like even very, very, very tired. And that is because of a lot of the solar flares we have and the eclipses we're having and the full moons we're having, a whole bunch of them in March. So if you are feeling off at this point, um, you know, don't forget that that is happening, because I know there's days where I feel like I've been hit by a Mack truck and really there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, is there anything else you want to add to that, Kat?
No, I think there's probably other things to do with the planets happening right now, but I've just not been paying attention to it. So I'm not even going to try to rationalize that. There are people out there that know a lot more about astrology than I do. It's something I'd like to learn more about, but yeah, definitely the eclipse that always wreaks havoc on my energies. So I'm sure that's definitely part of it. We're in a new moon phase now, I believe.
That's
So
correct. Yep.
yeah, so there's there's a lot of that energy upheaval happening as well. But yeah, I mean, and I think the Schumann resonance has been acting weird lately. So we're just all along for the ride here, and you know, it's like we're in a roller coaster screaming. So never a dull moment.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so like last month, we are going to pull 6 cards. There's a specific spread for it.
Mhm.
Both Kat and I will pull for the exact same spread and see if we have a common theme.
Mhm.
And we'll go from there. So I think, Kat, I'm going to start
Mhm.
by shuffling
Okay,
and
me too.
pulling the 6 cards, and then we'll go through the spread.
Did you want me to pull the 6 as well? Are we going to do
Yeah.
one at a time or all 6 at a time?
No, we'll pull all 6, and then we'll do one at a time.
Okay.
All right. It looks like you lost a few there.
I lost a card. Okay. I was just starting my shuffle, so let me give it a proper shuffle here.
I'm going to see if I can adjust the camera just a wee bit. Here we go. Oh my God, they're going flying for me as well.
Are they?
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We haven't had this happen before, I can tell you that.
I'm normally better at shuffling. I'm just garbage at it today.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody can see that on screen. I'm just going to pull the 6 cards here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, the underneath, and then the 2 at the side, right?
Yeah, I'm just for easier to be on the screen. I'm just doing it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, there's mine.
Perfect.
So it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5, 6. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, so card number 1 is what we call Vibe of the Month. So we'll both flip our card number 1, and we're going to see what we get. I've got the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is really all about new beginnings, new ideas, something, being creative with those ideas, a lot of intelligence brewing. So the Ace is always the beginning of a new cycle. So keep that in mind. So if you have something new that's happening for the month of April, again, because we're doing the reading for April, it's going to involve your mind, your mental notion. Okay, Kat, what did you get?
So that was Ace of Swords?
Yes.
Okay. So I got Temperance in reverse. I'm just going to put that this way so people can see it. Temperance in reverse. So, and that's a major arcana. So some of you are starting the month with, it's the, what is it? The mood? What is this one?
The vibe. So the vibe of the month. Yep.
Yeah. So some of you are starting off this month with a lot of what we were just talking about, inner turbulence. You're not the inner balance that we try to seek. Temperance talks about sort of balancing your internal energies up and down, good and bad, turning negative into positive. And it sounds, Temperance in reverse means some of you are really struggling. You're starting out the month with a little bit of struggle. So yeah, there may be a new mind-related project or communication-related project, but for some of you, it's maybe going to be a difficult way to start the month, because you're not able to manage that internal imbalance. Steve, what are your thoughts on those two?
Yeah, I agree. Because temperance is really all about patience and harmony. And if it's in reverse, it's kind of saying, it's
Yeah.
kind of the opposite. So yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying. Yeah.
And it's a big deal. It's a major arcana. So this is something that may very well set the tone for your month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuche, thanks for joining. Okay, card number 2 is the theme of the month. All right. So I've got, the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is really all about looking into the future. So you have a plan in place, and now you're kind of looking into the future. You're seeing where you're going, and you want to start to put that plan in motion and enact on it. So it is a card about fire and passion. So it kind of goes hand in hand with my Ace of Swords. It's almost like you've thought of this idea, something
Mm-hmm.
new's coming, and now you're kind of implementing it and looking towards the future.
That's Three of Wands.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have another major arcana in reverse here. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So when it's in reverse, Wheel of Fortune is a really good card. It means, things are going your way. You've got some, a little bit of sort of uncertainty happening, but it's like everything that goes around comes around. A little bit of fate and karma at play here. But when it's in reverse, it talks about the sort of the inability for fate, I guess, to play a part in what's happening to you this month. So this is the mood.
Yeah. The
The
theme.
mood.
Theme.
The theme. So April's going to be a really interesting month for some of you. You've got some serious karmic lessons that are starting the month off, and if anybody out there is listening and just not feeling right and can't seem to figure out whether you're Arthur or Martha, that's why these energies are crazy. Wow.
So it's interesting, Kat, because your reading is completely opposite of mine so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we'll see if there's a common theme. Okay, card number 3 is your cosmic tip. So I guess it's your kind of like your advice.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my first major arcana of the reading, and it is the sun. So I'm going to hold this up. The
Very
sun
nice.
Really,
Mm-hmm.
I love it. The sun is all about, happiness and joy, love, excitement. It could also represent a little child as well. So like a new beginning there. But the sun really, at the end of the day, it's giving you that energy, that vitality. And so for me right now, the reading that I'm going so far makes perfect sense. You've got the idea going, you're looking into the future, and then you have the energy and the vitality to back you up to carry it out. So how about Kat? How did you...
So after these two terrible major arcana cards, what's the advice, right? How are we going to balance the month with these heavy energies that it's starting out? Oh my Lord. And we've got another reverse major arcana, and that's Judgment.
Oh boy. Okay.
So some of you that are watching this and listening to this are in for a super bumpy ride this month. So Judgment in reverse, this is not fulfilling your destiny, right? Your judgment is sort of your soul contract. It's your purpose on earth, and you're struggling. This is like, wow, heavy inability to connect with that soul journey. And so I think through trying to sort out that disconnect is how you're going to right this whole ship. Start with this. Start with your soul journey and fulfilling your destiny. And whatever you're at right now with that, you're probably on the wrong track. So if you're finding these cards are resonating with you, you're on the wrong track. You need to course correct, and you need to reverse and start over again, Colin Mulligan, whatever you have to do. And it starts with the Judgment. Just you're on a soul journey that maybe isn't the right soul journey for you right now. So it's time to take stock and start over again. Holy cow.
Yeah, yeah,
If
I
this
agree
is
with you.
you, yikes.
Okay, before we go on, I want to welcome Red Capes, Josie, Yasso, Andy, and Lily. We will get to the live readings shortly. We're just going to finish up the monthly reading.
Yep.
So far, if you've just joined, my reading and Kat's reading for the month are very, very different.
Night and day.
Night and day. Mine has a very positive spin. Like things are they're going to go well for the first 3. And with Kat's, well, it's kind of shit has hit the fan and things are not going to go well for you. Okay. But let's see. I mean, I'm still trying to pick out the common theme here. Okay. Card 4, action to take. So I've got another ace here. So another new beginning. This is the Ace of Cups. This is about romance. This is about passion, and something new coming your way regarding that. So, the action to take, let things brew on their own naturally, right? So if you find there's some kind of new passion or new love interest or anything of that nature, go for the ride, because it's the beginning of the journey. Okay. Yeah. It's the beginning of the journey, and enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
All right. Kat, how about you?
It's another reverse. Oh, it's the Hanged Man in reverse.
You've got all major arcana.
You saw me shuffling, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Hanged Man in reverse. So action to take. The Hanged Man is not, he's usually seeing things when he's upright. He's seeing things through a different view because he's been unfairly persecuted, but it causes him to sort of look at things differently and take stock. But he's not doing that right now. He's being more of a victim and a martyr. And I think the action to take is to avoid that. Okay, so this makes perfect sense to me now. So this is the beginning of your April. This is your theme and the whole what to expect for April. And it's all major arcana cards in reverse. So for some of you, if what Steve is saying is resonating, that feels more like your month, amazing. But if this is resonating with you and this is your month, I think the advice is do resist the temptation to be a victim. Victimhood is a choice, and it's a choice that you can just as easily not make. So no matter what you're going through, don't let yourself get caught up in the negativity of it and feeling like, woe is me, feeling sorry for yourself and feeling like a victim, because that's not going to get you out of it. You need to be your own advocate here and take this as sort of like a karmic kick in the pants and do everything you can to just not fall under the bus and pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's interesting because your cards, Kat, they remind me of my February and March, let me tell you. All right. Card number 5, something that requires your attention. Interesting. Okay, I've got the 2 of Swords. So the 2 of Swords, again, it's all about making a decision. And you can see here, she's blindfolded. So whatever decision that you need to make is, you don't have all the information in front of you. And we know that Swords is a card, it's an element about truth and knowledge and intellect. So you don't have that to your advantage in the month of April. So what you're going to have to really do to make a decision this month is trust your intuition. So trust your intuition and your heart to guide you towards a decision that needs to be made.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Mine, I think this one's upright. Yay. 9 of Wands. So action to take. This is a defensive. You're a position of sort of being on the defense and shoring up your resources and making sure that you've got your, prepping, I guess might be a way to just prep. But we're not talking about doomsday prepping. We're talking about energetic prepping and mental prepping, and show up for yourself every day and do favors for yourself. Don't be afraid to say, no, I can't do it. Don't be afraid to back out of something that you've agreed to do. Listen very closely to what your inner voice is saying as far as what you need, and show up and do it and protect yourself. Set yourself up with energetic protection. If it means you've got to, disappear for the month of April while you sort this out, so be it. But it's a defensive stance, and it's time now to start really protecting yourself and your energies.
Okay. You know what? It's funny. As we go through, I'm starting to see something that's coming to my mind. Okay. Card number 6 is the main prediction for the month. And I've got the 2 of Pentacles here. So the 2 of Pentacles, we know it's an earth element card. The 2 specifically talks about balance, trying to maintain your balance between your work life and your personal life, or the amount of work projects you may have. So it really is all about balance. So for the month of April, your main prediction is balancing your life. That's what you're going to need to do.
You've got 2 aces and 2 twos.
Yeah.
So it's like beginnings and duality is the theme for some of you for April.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. And so my overall prediction, 2 of Swords. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. So you got the 2 of Swords, but in a different.
Correct.
What was the one you got it for?
The one before. So what requires your attention?
Requires your attention. So here's some alignment. The main prediction is that there's a decision to make. There's an important decision to make, and you are well equipped to make it. But again, going off the theme of this 9 of Wands, this decision that you may have to make may involve sort of how you're going to protect yourself. It may involve, how you're going to sort of course correct for your soul journey. It looks like, again, with these 4 major arcana setting the tone for April, it could all be around an important decision that you have to make that maybe you've been procrastinating on. Very interesting.
Yeah, so the one thing I feel like I think our reads tonight are very energetic based. So I feel like a lot of people that have gone through the month of March in a very difficult time, I think April is going to reflect more along my spread. And I think for those that sailed through the month of March without feeling any kind of energetic shifts, I think you're going to lean more towards Kat's spread, and you're going to feel, I think, the after effects. That's what is coming to me.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, everybody.
Nice to get your thoughts, folks, on how this shakes out for you when we come back next month. But wowza, that was quite a spread.
Yeah. All right. So
a mix.
We are at the point where we're going to be doing live readings. Josie, I see you've weighed in. So we will get you first. If there's anyone else that would like a live reading, just let us know. So Josie's, she has a question. She listed her house again. What's the verdict? Well, the verdict is, Josie, if I had the money, I would buy it. You know what? Her house is beautiful. I love her house. It's a heritage house.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, it's
lovely.
Gorgeous. Import credit.
Oh, wow.
So if there's anyone looking for a home, import credit, keep your eye out. It's a heritage home.
And
gorgeous.
The question is it going to sell? Sorry, what was the question?
Yeah. What's the verdict?
What's the verdict on it?
All right.
It is a buyer's market right now, Josie, is well, what I'm told anyway. So, yeah. Queen of Wands.
Okay. I've got my card.
Swords.
So I'm going to start while Kat looks for the card. Okay, so Josie, I've got the 4 of Cups. Now, the 4 of Cups is not necessarily a bad card. It's just showing me that there's some kind of emotional thing that's going on with the sale of the home. Now, if you believe in energy, This is a very, very important message. So to me, what it's telling me is that as much as you want to sell that home, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that energy might be reflective of that, which is probably why it hasn't kind of left your hands just quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind. But this is not saying yay or nay. It's just kind of giving you more advice, is what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And Kat, what did you get?
The Magician.
Okay.
So
Makes perfect sense.
yeah, it absolutely does. So it's, I guess, yeah, I guess it's again tying into your theme about how all of the everything is aligned for this house to sell, but are you willing to just kind of relinquish your connection to it? The Magician is deeply connected. He's got all of the different elements. He's got the sword, the cup, the pentacle, and the wand here. So he's the one that sort of he's in charge. He's in control of his energy, and I don't know this as much as this is contradicting what I said about it being a buyer's market. Maybe in this case it's going to work in your favor as you know, whatever you've done to the house, it looks as though it's going to have an influence on the sales. So I'd
Yeah.
say that's a good sign.
Yeah, I think it's very energetic based for Josie at
Yep.
this point. Yeah. Okay. So Josie, I hope that gave you some kind of clarity. Next we have Haley. Do you have Haley's info, Kat?
I do. Hey Haley, nice to see ya. Where are you, Haley? Queen of Swords.
All right. So Haley is saying, I'm having issues with love. I've been in a karmic relationship. I've been in karmic relationships for a long time. How can I attract my soulmate? All right.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with the cards today, but I'm going to. There's two cards that came up for Haley, and they were both flipped over, so I'm going to read them.
Okay.
Now, I want to clarify what Haley wrote there. She's been in karmic relationships for a long time. Haley, are you in a relationship right now? No.
I
Okay.
don't think I think
No.
maybe what she's saying is that she's had karmic sort of
In the past. Yeah. Okay.
all of the relationships that she's come into have been karmic in nature.
Okay. Okay, so let me show you the two cards I've got that came flying out for you. The first one is the Five of Wands. Okay, and the Five of Wands is a little bit about conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And however, you know, you're always going to come out on top. The second card that I've got is the Death card, and that's a major arcana card. And that is something that means you need to let go of. So what I'm seeing here is I don't know if you still have any ties. It sounds like you have ties to these karmic relationships of your past.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the only way to find your soulmate is through the death. So basically saying you need to cut the ties. They need to go. You need to let go of them one way or another. You know, Kat, I know will do she'll cut cords for karmic things.
Yeah.
So it's really, that's what it's telling me. You have to let go. You have to cut the cords. Otherwise it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, and you always learn something about yourself from every relationship, good, bad, or ugly. It does teach you something about yourself. So I think it is up to you to take those lessons, but then sever and detach from them. Yeah, that's the Death card coming up, and again, it's part of your soul mission. It sounds like this is something that you're here on Earth to learn how to do. This is a struggle that you have to overcome.
And it is easier said than done. And Haley, I want to say the Death card, it's a slow process of letting go. So hang in there, okay? Because it's not going to happen quick.
Yeah. Now my card is on a completely different vein here. It's the Ten of Pentacles in reverse.
Mm.
So usually pentacles speak about money. They speak about resources. And when it's upright, it's great. It talks about family, money, and inheritance. But when it's in reverse, it talks about maybe some loss around that. I guess the card could be warning you to. My card seems to be saying maybe it's not so much about relationships as it is about your own. It's about resources and what you're bringing to the relationship, and maybe not being all. Don't be the one that's driving it. Don't be the one that's bringing everything into the relationship. Make sure that there's give and take, right? You can't be the one that's giving everything.
Yeah, and I want to echo that. The one thing I want to add to your card, Kat, is you're right about resources, 100%. What I feel when you pull that card up, I feel like Haley has used a lot of her resources to try to find the right soulmate.
Yeah.
And because it's in reverse, it's kind of telling me, you know what? It's almost like she's out of steam.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that makes sense, Haley. If let us know if our cards make sense for you.
Yeah.
But
tens
really,
are endings. Tens are I'm exhausted. Yeah. It's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you definitely need a cord cutting session.
Consider it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could help.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Lily Scar. All right. My question is, what's coming for me, please? All right.
Lily is my Queen of Swords.
You're welcome, Haley.
You're welcome, Haley. What's coming for Lily?
Yep.
In near future.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yep.
Because I know Lily usually I think she likes readings for the week, like what's coming for the week.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. But Lily, feel free to correct. Okay, so I'll wait for Kat. I'll let Kat go first.
Okay, this is you, my dear Queen of Swords, and underneath that we have the Eight of Pentacles. So, how's work going? Are you busy? Is work busy for you, my girl? Because it seems as though you've got a lot. You've been working really hard. You've got your head down at work, and you're being really, really productive. It looks like you're at a point where you're reaching a level of mastery. Maybe you're feeling like you're ready for a new challenge. I don't know, but it looks like things are going well for you in the productivity category. What'd you get, Steve?
I've got the Queen of Cups. So Lily, the Queen of Cups, this could be you. It could be somebody around you. Okay, so she's responding to you, Kat. She's saying, yes, haha, but I enjoy my job.
Good.
Okay, so the Queen of Cups, she's all about manifestation. She's about caring. She's like a mother figure. There's a lot of emotion to her, right? She's a nurturer. But again, all about manifestation as well. So I'm going to relate this, Lily, to your work because of Kat's card as well. So Kat's saying, you've mastered your job and you're doing really well at it. And I'm going to say that there's someone around you or you that's actually manifesting this to happen. So let us know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get the sense from this too. It is a card about just sort of being completely in control.
Yeah.
And being productive and being good at what you do. So looks like you're in for another productive week, Lily.
Yeah. And
done.
The Queen could also represent a mentor to you, someone that's helping you out.
Yeah.
Okay, that cares about you at this workplace. So keep that in mind.
Nice read.
All right. That really makes sense. Good. Right, Pray, Recover Wellness joined. Thank you for joining.
Ooh.
All right. So we're doing lives. So if there's any question, let us know. Or if you just want a general reading, let us know. We will pull one card for you and we will go from there. So we'll give it another minute or so, see if there's anyone else that would like a quick reading. And then other than that, we will close it off. Unless, Kat, do you have anything that's upcoming that you would like everybody to know about?
Yeah, I'm starting up my Reiki training, my Reiki classes again. I'm going to probably start offering some in April. I think I've got one set up for April and possibly May. So if anybody's interested in learning Reiki and just curious to know more, just message me and I'm happy to give you some details about what's involved there. I usually do level 1 and then level 2 on a separate occasion, but I'm considering doing level 1 and 2 together in a sort of 2-day class. So yeah, if you got questions about that, just let me know.
Yeah, that's good. And I'm going to be launching I want to say like a little contest for April. So for those that are looking for a tarot reading, book a half an hour session with me. And at the end of the month, I will give, Josie's asking for your information. At the end of the month, you'll have a choice to get a crystal rose quartz tower or one of my 4 elemental candles. So stay tuned for that. I will launch it this week. So stay tuned for the announcement.
Yay. Fun. Yeah, so I'll get you that info, Josie. What's the easiest way to get Josie the info?
Send it to me. I can forward it to her.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. All right. Is there anyone else on the live that would like a free 1-card pull from Kat and myself? If not, we will close it off. Oh, hang on. Lily Scar, thank you so much. It's good you're back. You both make Sundays super cool.
Aww,
thank you.
Thanks.
So for those of you that are on, do you want us to do this more often, like every 2 weeks maybe? Oh, Andy wants a reading. Because right now we're doing it monthly. So yeah. I know it seems maybe a little bit far away, but we can do like a monthly spread, and then maybe in the week, every 2 weeks, we'll just do like a quick live, maybe. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, anyway. We could do that.
Okay, so Andy, what do you see for me in love?
Okay, Andy. Another Queen of Swords.
And Arshubar, thanks you for joining. I know your name, I just don't say it. Because I use people's screen names. So. All right. Andy, let's see what we got going on for you.
Oh, this one came right up.
Oh. I've got mine as well. I'll let you go ahead, Kat.
Well, Andy, we've got some... we've got a 7 of Cups here, so that's confusion and distraction, and maybe you're finding you've got a little too much choice in the love arena, or maybe there's people that aren't really representing themselves well. So whichever situation resonates, you've either got too many suitors, or you're struggling to really get to know your potentials, and they're maybe not representing themselves. Geez, people don't do that online. What are you talking about? Everybody's really honest online. Yeah. If you're online, it's you're getting some of this, and you may have to do a little bit of recon to make sense of who you're talking to and dealing with as you're exploring these potential relationships.
Yeah, so it's interesting, Andy, because so what I pulled is going to maybe influence the card that Kat pulled. I got the World.
Hmm.
So that's telling me that you're closing out a chapter in your life. So you may have ended a relationship or something that's been going on recently in your life.
Hmm.
And you're closing that chapter out and you're starting something new. And that's where Kat's card comes in. So
Hmm.
I feel like her card comes in right after this. So you close that chapter, then you've got the Seven of Cups, and you're probably in the midst of figuring out, who you should go out on dates with, or, who's around you that's worth your time, so to speak, all that kind of stuff. So let us know if that makes sense
Hmm.
to you. Like, did you close out a chapter recently with somebody, or you have maybe like a different outlook, and now you're making these decisions? We miss you too.
Hmm.
Okay, we're in the live portion. So if you want a reading, let us know. We're shuffling the cards. We're ready for you.
We're ready.
All right. Andy, did that make sense? Let us know. If it didn't, you can say no. That's
Yeah,
fine.
totally fine. You don't necessarily get the reading you want, but you always get the reading you need.
She said, yes, it resonates. Thanks. And
Yeah.
our Shubar would like a quick reading as well.
Okay. Another Queen of Swords. Lots of air signs on the line today.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. General read for our
Yep.
show.
Yep. Okay. Again, this is one of the cards. I want to wait for Kat to go first because I have a major arcana card.
Okay.
Yeah, and it can mean several things, and
Yep.
I'm kind of iffy. I'm not liking this card for you.
Oh boy. Okay.
So,
All right. So here's our Queen of Swords again. Let's see what she's got. Five of Wands.
mm. So that is, well, you go ahead. You explain the card.
So yeah, fives talk about change, uncertainty, and wands are about, again, it's competition. This particular card talks about competition, and usually in projects or work. One way that, like, if this was a question about work, if you're asking about work, it could be, the question could be, you've got some competition. You're in a position to sort of go over and above the competition, but you've got a little bit of work to do to try to get ahead at work. So this is a general read. This can be talking about getting ahead in life,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
depending on what Steve's got.
Something tells me that this is not work related. It's more, I want to say, friends and family related.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the moon.
Mm.
So the moon is all about illusions. It's
Mm-hmm.
about intuition. It could also represent rest.
Mm-hmm.
So I think between both of our cards, what it's telling me is, have you been in some kind of, I want to say, some tension with some people around you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going through my head right now, because I feel like what's happening is there is something at play here that you're not seeing clearly,
Mm-hmm.
and it's causing tension around
Yeah.
for you and the people
Yeah.
around you.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to trust your intuition, because the moon is really all about intuition. So let us know if that makes sense.
Yeah. Some deception at play, possibly,
Possibly.
for you. Interesting.
Is
Interesting.
this reading for me? Yes. Yes, it is for you. So does that make sense?
Hopefully it
Said,
does.
yeah, she's saying yes. It makes sense. So, my dear, as I always give some advice, if you're in the middle of a little bit of tension with some people and you got the moon card that comes up, that means you're not being made aware of everything, and really trust your intuition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
Is it gonna be cleared out? So is it gonna clear out? We can pull a card for that. You want to pull for that as well?
Is it going to clear out?
Yeah. So this tension that she's going through with some people.
I think, again, the fact that it's a major arcana means that this is something you have to sort.
Yes.
This is a challenge that are uniquely poised to sort. So maybe your question shouldn't be, is it going to be sorted, but what do you need to do, right? What's the advice? I think if you don't mind, I'm going to just take that leap and say that's the card we need to pull for you.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't know how much clarity you're going to get with 2 cards, but we'll see what we get.
Yeah. Oh, this one came out quite clearly. Okay. And it's another major arcana card for me.
Okay.
So, yeah, I will wait for your card. And if it's another major arcana, I'll go first.
Okay.
And hello, Josie. Thanks for joining.
Another Josie?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Oh, hi, Steve's mom. That's sweet. I love that she joins your live. That's so cute. Where the heck is she now this time? She's hiding. Oh, there she is. All right. We have 7 of Pentacles.
Okay. You describe the card.
So this is a card about, again, Pentacles talk about money and resources. And this card talks about the cultivation of same. So we're working hard trying to cultivate, but and we're sort of looking at our work and just, is it going to bear fruit? Is it, we're like, a little bit of uncertainty. 7 sometimes talk a little bit about due process and change. And so there's a bit of a waiting period here before this crop can be reaped. But it's also a reminder that, sometimes you can have to leave it alone and let it do its thing, but don't obsess too much. It's a reminder to just chill and not obsess. But playing against what Steve has, it may add another dimension to how this translates, right, to advice. I
agree. So I really think Kat's card is trying to tell you to be patient. Okay. Now I've got the major arcana of the Empress. The Empress is the mother figure in the deck. So Arshubar, it's telling me that, you know what? You need to take that caring, nurturing stance with whatever is going on and have patience and stay away from the conflict and the fighting. Just be patient and be caring. And that's what it's trying to tell me to do. The other thing is, remember you had the moon before, and look, the moon is here again. So it's really telling me, use your intuition in this thing that's going on with you right now. Okay. Yeah. Trust whatever you feel inside, not what you see in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Josie. So Josie, this is the Josie that asked about the house.
Yes.
So she has another question. My son is looking to land his career job. What are his prospects? And just before we pull, Arshubar is saying you both nailed it. Thank you so much. You're very, very welcome.
Nice.
All right.
So we're doing a read for
Josie's
son. So Josie, I'm assuming he's under 30. What is his astrological sign?
Hi, Margaret. Thanks for joining. We're just doing the live reading, so if you want one, let us know. Joe, Aries. He's an Aries.
Okay, that's a fire sign.
Yes.
So, and under 30, I'm assuming under 30. So that's a Knight of Wands. And we're asking about job prospects.
Yes. All right. God, I got another major arcana.
This one I have to do slowly because I don't remember what he looks like.
Yeah. She's saying he's 23. So, yeah, it's the Knight.
There he is. Job prospects for Josie's son. I have the World in reverse.
Mm-hmm. That makes perfect sense with what I got. So go ahead.
Yeah. So this is the World talks about closing out a chapter. We got it a little bit earlier in the live today. But when it's in reverse, it's something is halting it. Something is keeping him from moving forward. And this is a phase of his life that's coming that he can't close out for whatever reason. There's some obstacle in the way. Maybe Steve's card will give us a little bit of a background as to what that could be.
Yeah, so Josie, I want to point, before I go through mine, we both pulled major arcana cards. So you might want to pass this message along to your son because it's very, very important, especially when you get two in two cards.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got the Hermit. Now, the Hermit really is all about taking that time out and self-reflecting. And when you self-reflect, you figure out the path that you want to go, but you're doing it in baby steps. So you can see the person's holding a lantern.
Yeah.
And the lantern only shines the light just a couple of steps in front of you.
Yeah.
And so with Kat's card of the world being upside down, it's telling me, you know what? He might need to rethink what his dream job is or what his dream career is.
Yeah.
And start to progress in baby steps towards it. So you're not going to become a CEO overnight. You're going to have to work your way up, right? So I feel like he's got a long way to go. That's what it's telling me.
It also the Hermit can also sometimes mean a mentor, somebody who's got that wisdom and knowledge and can help guide you. And it could be that that's what he's missing. He's missing some guidance that he might get from a mentor or somebody who can sort of help him understand his path, like Steve says, in order to get him on so that he can move forward into his next chapter. So whichever resonates. But yeah, some guidance definitely is needed for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Okay. Is there anyone else that would like a reading? Let us know in the comment box. Josie's saying it all makes sense. Good. Okay, last call.
Going once, going twice.
All right, I don't see any more. Okay, so we're gonna close this out, and again, I want to say thank you for everybody that's joined and that keeps coming back every month. I think next month, because now the time is changing, we're going to make this at 9 o'clock instead of 8, so that gives us more time to play outside in the light. And again, invite your friends and family to join this live because we love to do this. And Kat, I will turn it over to you to close.
Yeah. So March is going out like a lion, which I kind of called because it came in like a lamb. But this was a tough month for us, for Steve and I, for different reasons, and probably for some of you too. So, and for some of you, April is going to continue to be a challenge, but Would love to hear when we meet again next month. Let us know how this read worked out for you and the alignments, because we'd love to hear that. And like Steve says, we appreciate you coming back, and we look forward to seeing you next month. So happy
All
end of
right.
March, everybody.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Bye.
Bye for now.